Shabbat Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelites, not the Equalites. We are here today with another lesson. We are glad to have our sister Hanaya here, as well as our brother Yoram, and I am the prophet Shem. Our slogan is, we what? We delete the lies and we download the truth. And today we will be getting off into the lesson that is entitled, about the wicked woman, the deceitful woman, a woman that do not fear God, and she does not listen to the instructions of her husband, that is a righteous and a holy man. And that's what God tells us. That's why he wants us to let him choose who it is that we have in our life. Because when we choose, we always become faulty in our decision making. So we need to let our God, Yahweh, decide for us who our helpmeet should be. Am I right, class?
That's right.
And so we're going to get into some scriptures today, and we're going to have Brother Yoram. He's going to start out the scriptures for us today. Let's get it going, brother.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 4.
Read.
Behold, everyone that loseth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
As is the mother, so is her what?
Her daughter.
You see what the Bible is saying that if you want to know how a young lady is, 8 out of 10 times, if you want to know how she is, all you got to do is find her mother. Because when you find her mother, you will see a lot of characteristics of that daughter in her mother. And so if she's not doing the thing that thus says the Lord, if she's not being a righteous and holy woman, and if she's married, which if you're an Israelite, you should be married. And if she's not married, she should be married. And if she is married, she should be able to have what? A holy and a righteous man. So someone that she can follow, that she know is going to make the right decisions and do the right things. If she can't cook, her daughter, 9 times out of 10, her daughter can't cook. If she got a loud mouth, it's more likely her daughter's going to have a loud mouth. If she's dressing whorish, it's more likely her daughter's going to be dressing whorish. Because it says, so is the mother, likewise is their daughter. And the Bible don't lie. The Bible is a true book. It's not a book that's telling you lies or false prophecies or anything like that. And so we need to understand that a woman needs to teach her children. She needs to teach her daughter how to be a good woman, a respectful woman, a woman that's going to what? Be good to her husband as well as her husband is going to be good to her. So read what you have, my sister.
Thy mother's daughter that loosed her husband
Read.
and her children, and thy aunt, the sister of thy sisters,
Read on.
which loathe their husbands and their children. Your mother was an Hittite, and your mother and your father an Amorite.
And so what that's saying is saying that she's gonna what? She's gonna be spreading gossip. She's gonna be talking a lot of negative things. She's gonna have a big mouth. She's gonna always want to be seen. She's gonna always want to be in charge of the family, and not letting her husband take his rightful role as God has ordained. And so we don't need a gossiping woman. We don't need a woman that's gossiping unless she's teaching, gossiping, and teaching her children, her daughter and her sons how to be the way that God wants them to be. And if they're not being that way, then she's not doing her job, and she's doing the wrong thing, because she is nothing but a gossiper. That's all she is, a gossiper, someone that wants to spread rumors and everything. Read what you got, sister.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 30.
Read.
Favor is deceitful,
Uh-huh.
and beauty is vain.
Read.
But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
See, a woman that fears God. A woman that fears God, they do the things that what God requires of them. They don't go and try to do the things that they want to do. Because doing your own thing is not going to get you in the kingdom. Read that again for me, sister, about what it says about how a woman should be.
That feareth the Lord,
Uh-huh.
she shall be praised.
She shall be what?
She shall be praised.
A woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised. What do you mean by being praised? She feared the Lord by what? By what? Following and listening to her what? Righteous and holy husband.
That's right.
She's doing the things that God tell her she should do as being having the role of a helpmeet. It didn't say that she was going to be overpowered. It said that a woman of righteous, that she would be what?
She shall be praised by the Lord.
She shall be praised by God. So a lot of women are out here and they going straight to the pits of hell because what? They don't care anything about what this Bible say. They don't care anything about what God is telling them. They want to do their own thing. They want to do things that are pleasing to their flesh, and they're not worried about the things that God tells them how they should be. You see, because God is telling this woman that she shall be praised. That means that God is going to what? God is going to set her on high. God is going to give her the things that she desires because she's doing what he required. And that's to be what? A helpmeet to her husband. Like I said, to teach her children how to be the best children that they can be. So that when they get older, the reflections of her teachings would show in them. Read.
Titus chapter 2, verse 3.
Read.
The aged woman, likewise, that they be in behavior.
The who?
Be in behavior
Uh-huh.
as becometh holiness,
Uh-huh.
false accusers,
Read.
not given too much wine,
Uh-huh.
teachers of good things,
Teachers of good things. Read on, brother.
that they may teach the young woman
Uh-huh.
to be sober,
Uh-huh.
to love their husbands, to love their children.
That's her duty. It's not her duty running up there, jumping up in the pulpit. It's her duty to do the thing that God tells her. The aged woman likewise. That they should have behavior that's becoming what? Holiness. So if they have a behavior that is becoming holiness, that God will what? Give her praise. You know, God will reward her. God will bless her. And she can't be in holiness. She can't be a false accuser. She can't be drinking too much wine because she has a what? She got to teach the children. And if she's intoxicated, how is she going to be able to adequately teach the children? You see? It say that because that they may teach the young woman to be sober and to love her husband and to love what? Their children. That's the duty of the woman, but the woman is out of place. The whole world is out of course. No one wants to do what it is that God said they should be doing. They're going to do what the white man said they can do. It's 50-50 in the household, but it's okay. You might say it's 50-50 in the household, but when you get to the kingdom, it ain't no 50-50 in the kingdom. There's going to be order in the kingdom if you make it. Because the way that I see it, the majority of the women, and I'm not saying all of them, but the majority of the women, they are out of character and they are not playing the role that God has set upon them. They are doing those things that are contrary to what God will is for the woman that's supposed to be teaching the children so that they may be the best that they can be when they get older. Read.
To be discreet.
That means that you can't be all loud and going out doing all kind of crazy things. You got to be discreet about what you're doing. Read.
Chase keepers at home.
At where?
At home.
No, at the nightclub.
At
Read.
good, obedient to their own husband.
To their who?
To their own husband.
To their own husband. That's why every man should have his own wife and every woman should have her own husband. It ain't about going out to the club, trying to dress all up, putting makeup on, to go out to the club with your homegirl and leaving your man at home with the kids. That is not your role. Your role is that you're supposed to be at home and always be what? In holiness. Always be sober-minded. Always be discreet. Always be in the line and willing to teach your children, your sons, how to be, and your daughters, how to be the best that they can possibly be. Am I right about the class?
That's right.
That's what the Bible is telling us. But nobody wants to obey the Bible. Everybody wants to do their own thing. Everybody wants to say, well, the system say I can do this. But just because they say and they vote that you can do certain things doesn't mean that it's right in the eyes of our God. And that's what we have to understand. Read.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 14.
Read.
House and riches are the inheritance of fathers.
House and what?
House and riches are the inheritance of fathers. And a prudent wife is from the Lord.
It's from who?
From the Lord.
Oh my God. Read that again, sister.
House and riches are the inheritance of fathers.
And
a prudent wife is from the Lord.
You know why? They said that a prudent woman, because she shows care and thought for the future.
Yes.
She cares about what's going on around her. She cares about how she go out and she teach her children. She cares how they look when they go out. Because when the child goes out in the streets, they are in representation of who? Of that woman that's teaching them. They are in representation of that man that's teaching them. But the Bible says that the woman is supposed to be doing the teaching.
That's right.
So when the kids go out, they're supposed to be what? A reflection of that mother. And that's supposed to be what? Good, sound doctrine.
That's right.
That's what she's supposed to be doing. And that's one of the ways that she would be praised. That's one of the ways that she received her reward, about how it was a reflection on what it is that their children do. Because they say you can teach a child and bring them up, and they might stray, but they will return to sound doctrine. And that's what it's all about. Staying in line, being responsible, doing the things that are going to make your children proud of you. That's a reward. It may not be a monetary reward that the earthly people look at, but those are kingdom.
That's it.
Those are kingdom rewards, things that you're going to get when you get to the kingdom. Read.
Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 19.
Read Proverbs 21 and 19.
It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a continuous and an angry moment.
Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 21 verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness.
It's better to dwell in the wilderness
than with a continuous and angry moment.
Why? He say it is better. That is something else. Saying he say it's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Because you know what? A man that's really into what he's supposed to be into for the Lord, he's in a different spirit. He's in the spirit of holiness. He's in the spirit of righteousness. And he don't want to come home to have to deal with something that he had to deal with out there in the streets all day. Then he got to come home and deal with the same thing or something worse, someone that wants to sit back and cause arguments and do those things that are not pleasing to God, that are suffering the bad things, the bad thoughts, and the bad way that her husband will be feeling because she is enticing him. He wants to come home where what? He can relax, where he can what? Put his feet up, because he's been out to take care of his family all day. Now he wants to come home and he wants to relax in his house. But he can't come home and be able to relax because he's dealing with a crazy, argumentative woman. And so what he gonna do? He say he'd rather go somewhere else than to be at home. So that's a woman that's not doing her job. That's a woman that's not taking care of her husband if she's causing her husband not to want to be home. And when you at work these days, there's a lot of people that they don't want to go home. They rather go to the after hours. They rather go to the have a cup of cocktails before they go home because they don't want to go home and deal with their spouse. Why? Because it ain't nothing sound there. It's all worldly. It's nothing spiritual, nothing holy, because they don't read the Bible. They don't study the Bible. They are apart. They are not equally yoked. Read.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4.
Read.
A virtuous woman.
A who?
A virtuous woman.
Read.
Is a crown to her husband.
She's a what?
A crown to her husband.
She's a crown to her husband. Read.
But she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bone.
She that make ashamed is rottenness in his bone. So if a man, if his bones is rotten, what's going to happen? He's going to decay and he's going to fall. He's not going to be able to stand. Because she's not what? Being the helpmeet that she should be. Read that again, sister, please.
A virtuous woman.
A virtuous woman.
Is a crown to her husband.
She is a blessing to her husband. Read.
But she that maketh ashamed.
She that does things that are shameful. Read.
And is a rottenness in his bones.
Causing him to have aches. Causing him to have pain. Causing him to have to go through all kind of things that he shouldn't have to go through. Because he shouldn't have to deal with that, because this woman shouldn't be sending him through those things. You see, women, we have to get it right, as well as the men. I'm not just saying the women, but I'm not just saying women. We all got to get it right. But the woman, you got to play your role. God said that he created you to be a helpmeet. He did not create you to be in charge or overpowering the man. Because the man was not made for the woman, but the woman was made for the man. If you line that up with the scripture and put it in your everyday life, your house will not have turmoil in it. Read.
Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22.
Read.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband.
Wait a minute. That's one of the hardest things in the world for a woman today to do. To submit herself to her husband. Because she thinks that she's giving up power. Well, you don't really have any power, because they say, wives, submit your what? Read.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband.
To your own husbands. Read.
As unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife.
Read.
Even as Yahushua is the head of the church. And he is the savior of the body.
You see? Wives, submit yourself to your husband. To your own husband. You know why it's saying your own husband? Because you ain't supposed to have now another husband. You ain't supposed to be messing with nobody else's husband.
That's right.
That's why I say submit yourself to your own husband. And then read that again, my brother.
Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22.
Read.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands. As unto the Lord.
As unto who?
Unto the Lord.
See, they think they doing everything for the man. But these are things that God is ordaining you. He say, submit yourself unto your husband as what? Unto the Lord.
That's right.
See, you obeying God. You're not obeying him. You obeying God. Read, brother.
For the husband is the head of the wife.
The husband is the head of the wife. When it's saying the husband is the head of the wife, you should be glad that you have a husband that is a holy, righteous, and spiritual man. Somebody that you can follow because you know he's not going to lead you over a cliff. You know that he's not going to make no bad decisions for the family. You know he's going to do the thing that God requires him. So you should be glad that you have a husband that you should be able to follow. Read.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9.
Read, sister.
It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop.
Read.
Than with a brawling woman in a wide house.
Oh my God. He said that it is what, sister? Read that again.
It is better to dwell in a corner.
It is better to dwell in a corner
of the housetop. Than with a brawling woman in a wide house.
It is better to dwell in a little small spot, little small area in the house. What it's saying is, it's better to go into seclusion. It's better to get off by yourself somewhere. Read it again, sister.
It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop.
It is better to dwell in a corner, somewhere in seclusion.
Than with a brawling woman.
Than with a what?
Brawling woman.
Than with a brawling, argumentative woman that they can't be quiet.
In a wide house.
In a big old house. You got a big old house, but you ain't comfortable. You going to one little area of seclusion in that house where you can get some peace. But what? The house is huge. But ain't nobody dwelling in the house. Everybody dwelling in their own little spots. Why? Because no one can get along. He can't get along with that big mouth woman. He can't get along with that woman that's listening to what the white man say, that she's in charge. Because why? Because she may have the job and he may not have the job. She may be making more money and he may be making less. So what did that tell her? That tell her that she's in charge. Because she's listening to man ways and not God ways. So he rather to what? Get over there in the corner by himself than to have to dwell with that big mouth uppity woman. That's what it's saying. Yeah, I said it. Big mouth uppity woman. Be quiet and listen sometimes to what God is saying. If you were to listen to what God say as much as you listen to what man say, you would be a whole lot better than you are today. But today your representation is terrible. Read.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1.
Read.
Every wise woman buildeth her house.
Every wise woman buildeth her house. Read.
But the foolish tucketh it down with her hand.
Because she's dangerous and she's destructive. Read that again, brother.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house.
Every wise woman builds her house. What do it mean? That a wise woman, she's doing the thing that she's supposed to do. She's raising the kids. She's at home. She's doing the thing that she's supposed to do. She's not loud. She's not boisterous. She's not drinking too much wine. She's not going all out to the nightclub that night with her homegirl. She's at home with her family. It said that every wise woman builds her house. That's what it means by how she's building her house. Read on, brother.
But the foolish tucketh it down with her hand.
I'm in charge. I make the money. You don't tell me what to do. I call the police on you. Get out my house. She tearing it down. Can't keep a man in the house because of her wicked ways. Her ways are so wicked that she's going to run off everybody that she comes into contact with. Why? Because she's listening to what the white man tells her. She's listening to what the system says is about they are in charge. But God says that if that man is holy, righteous, and spiritual, you better listen, sister, because if you don't, you're going to hell. That's how I'm telling you. I'm telling you the truth. Read your Bible and it'll tell you that you're going to hell. Because you tear down something that God tells you that you should help what? Build up. You should be the helpmeet, Not the one that think that you running something. You ain't running nothing. Apparently, the only thing you're running is your mouth. And now you're going to run that man out the house. And now you're going to bring somebody else up in the house. Then you're going to run him out. Then you're going to have a baby from him. And you're going to run him out. You're going to end up having 4 or 5 babies by 25 men. That means you don't know who your baby daddy is. That's what it means. So get it together, Israelite sisters. God has something for you. But he can't give it to you when you're being a wicked and deceitful wife. I'm not saying girlfriend, because in the kingdom of the Israelites, there is no boyfriend or girlfriend. You either be husband or wife.
That's right.
Read.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10.
Read, sister.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
Who can find a virtuous woman? Read.
For her price is far above rubies.
See, she's worth more than rubies. She's worth everything. Why? It's because she's a crown on her husband's head. Read, sister.
Verse 10. Select. 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her.
He trusts in her. Read.
So that he shall have no need of spoil.
So he ain't got to worry about nothing. See, he ain't got to worry about nothing, because I want you to read that again, sister. And I want you women out there. I want you to hear what this Bible is saying in the book of Proverbs 31 and 10. Read, sister.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
You can't find them out there today. If you do, it's like, wow, I mean, if you found a virtuous woman out there today, and you found a lot of women that say they're virtuous women, and you turn right around and see them acting stupid and ignorant instead of hollering about their virtues, and you tell them that they're not, then they want to tell you some things that's not of God. Yeah. Read.
For her price is far above rubies.
Why is above rubies? Because what? She's a crown on her husband's head. Read.
The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her.
He safely trusts in her. That means I can go to work. I ain't got to worry about you doing nothing. I ain't got to worry about you at home cheating on me. I can go to bed at night, and I ain't got to worry about you pouring no bricks on me or no oil on me. What else you got to say on that, sister? Read.
So that he shall have no need of spoil.
He ain't got to go out there to look for nothing else. He ain't got to go out there and be worried about what's going on with some other woman, because his woman is already satisfying him in every aspect of the house. So he don't have to worry about those things. He can be relaxed. He don't have to worry about it being in this big old house and being in one little part. He can roam all through the house, because he worried about his wife causing him no problem, arguing, screaming, making up stuff, jealousy, envy, strife. Making up stuff about him. Read.
She will do him good.
She will what?
She will do him good.
She will do him good.
And not evil all the days of her life.
She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. That is a virtuous woman.
That's right.
See? Now, if those are the things that you are doing, sisters, you are a virtuous woman.
That's right.
But if you're not doing those things, you are not a virtuous woman. Sit down, be quiet, and stop lying. Read.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11.
Read, brother.
Let the woman learn in silence.
Be quiet and learn. You should have already known, if you've been reading the Bible, what happened with Eve. Running her mouth, trying to be in charge, listening to the white man. And what happened? Because of that, everybody got to die. Read on.
With all suggestion.
With all you got. With everything in fiber in you. Read.
But I suffer not a moment to teach.
He did not suffer you to teach. He only told you to teach these children.
That's right.
He only told you to make sure that your daughters are fine wives to their husbands, as well as your sons to their wives. Those are the things that you should be teaching. And if you start paying more attention of your true role, then you'll be the rubies and the crown that's on your husband's head. Read.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33.
Read, sister.
Nevertheless,
Nevertheless,
let every one of you in particular so love his wife.
See, he's telling us to love our wives. Read.
Even as himself.
Even like you love yourself. Because ain't no man gonna hate themselves. You gonna love yourself more than you love anything. So that's what you loving your wife. Y'all becoming one because you love her just like you love yourself. Read.
And the wife see that she reverence her husband.
And the wife see that she what, sister?
Reverence her husband.
That she reverence her husband. That she respects her husband. Have admiration for her husband. And has her husband's approval.
That's right.
What else she got? Read that one more time for me, sister.
Nevertheless.
What you reading from?
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33.
Read.
Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife.
See, he's talking to the man. He's telling the man, every one of y'all in particular, love your wife. Read.
Even as himself.
Even as himself, because he's not telling you, well, you ain't got, the wife got to just do all the loving. No, he's telling that man to love your wife. Read.
And the wife see that she reverence her husband.
See that you have that admiration, that respect, and approval and stuff. Read, sister. Read what you got, brother.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3.
Read what you got.
Whose adoring, let it not be that.
Read.
Outward adoring of plaiting the hair and wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
See, read that one more time for me, brother.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3.
Whose
adoring, let it not be that. Outward.
See, don't go all out in the streets. You ain't got to be doing all that stuff out in the street showing folk. You're supposed to be showing everything that your beauty and everything is supposed to be towards your husband. When your husband come home from work, you're supposed to be nice and pretty. Don't mean that you got to put no makeup on. That's for the heathen people. You're a sister. You ain't got to be putting on all that stuff. You don't need all that help. Your husband's supposed to see that. Read on, brother.
Adoring of plaiting the hair.
Don't be plaiting that hair, plaiting and all that stuff, trying to do all these things when you get ready to do something else. Go ahead.
And of wearing of gold, or of putting on a apparel.
See, you know what that apparel is? The old tight pants and stuff. Because in the book of Zephaniah 1 and 8, he say he's going to punish the kings and the prince's children and all that are dressed in strange apparel. So when you got on apparel, he's talking about some things that you're not supposed to be wearing. You got on Gucci pants, you got on thumbs, and you sagging, and people can see all your butt hanging out. That's not for other folks to see. If you're going to do that kind of stuff, do that stuff in the house. Do that stuff in your bedroom. And have respect. But they say the marriage bed is undefiled. But you ain't supposed to be going out there looking like a hoe. That's what it's talking about in them strange apparel. Take them pants off and put on a dress, a moderate dress. Dress right. Dress in the same way that when you teach your children, when they go out, they in representation of you, same way for you. When you go out, you in representation of your husband. Show him some respect. Read what you got.
James chapter 3, verse 3 through 5.
Read.
Behold, we put bits in the horse's mouth.
Why you put a bit in the horse's mouth? So you can control it, to make him go to the left, to make him go to the right, to make him stop. Read.
That they may obey us.
That they may do what?
Obey us. And we turn about their whole body.
And they turn their whole body. You turn that horse's whole body. Read.
Behold, also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds,
read,
Yet are they turned about with a very small helm.
See, that ship is big, but it only take a little bit of rudder to make it go this way and that way. He's talking about your mouth, woman. Read.
Whithersoever the governor listeth.
Read.
Even so, the tongue is a little member.
Even so, what, sister?
Even so, the tongue is a little member. And boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
See? That mouth is something else. When you're looking at the book of James, and it's telling you that in 3 and 5. Read that again, sister. That's good. Read that again.
James chapter 3, verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member.
Little bitty thing in your mouth. Read.
And boasteth great things.
Run his mouth. Run in your mouth. Saying all kind of stuff. Got this big old 300, 250 pound man. You weighing 80 pounds. He coming home and you acting like you could just knock him out. Read.
Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
See? Read.
6. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity.
You ain't nothing but sin. That's all you is. You ain't nothing but a bunch of sin, oh wicked woman. Read.
So is the tongue among our members.
Among all the things on your body. Your tongue is, read, sister.
That it defileth the whole body.
It defileth the whole body. Make a man don't want to come home. Read.
And sitteth on fire the course of nature. And it is set on fire of hell.
You getting ready to go to hell. That's where you're getting ready to go. Because your big old mouth and that little bitty thing in your mouth can get you in so much trouble. But you don't care. Because you know all you got to do is call that cracker. Oh, I can talk smack. I can slap him around. I can treat him any kind of way. And if he try to leave the house, I'm going to get in front of the door and I ain't going to let him go. And if he do, I'm going to call the police and say he did something to me. Your tongue can get you in a lot of trouble. But the worst trouble that your tongue can get you in, Israelite woman, is in the pits of hell. And I'm not going to feel sorry for you. I hope I be there to see it. Because you talk a lot of smack. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 8 and 9.
Read, brother.
For the man is not of the woman.
Read that again.
For the man is not of the woman.
The man is not of the woman. Read.
But the woman of the man.
But the woman is what?
Of the man.
Neither
was the man created for the woman. But the woman for the man.
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. What's they talking about when God what? Reached down into Adam and pulled something out of him and closed it back up and created woman. Reading and pulled that rib out. Created that woman. And then when he created that woman, what? They said what? Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So how can you think that you're supposed to be in a position of the man and not the woman? Take off those pants and you'll start having that manly what? Attitude. Read.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3.
Give
not thy strength.
What?
Give not thy strength.
Give not thy strength
unto women.
Nor
thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
See, you're a king, brother.
That's right.
You're a king. Read that again, sister.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women.
Don't give your authority to that woman. You got to learn how to deal with that woman and be the kind of man that you're supposed to be. Because you grow in soft, it's impossible for you to be able to change something in mid-air. Read, sister.
nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
See, if you give her all your ways, and if you turn around and if you give your strength to her, all your power to her, what's going to happen? She's going to end up destroying you. She's going to end up leaving you. She's going to end up having another man over you. She's going to end up cheating on you because she can get away with things because she got away with things before. So she's going to keep on doing it and keep on doing it because she knows you soft in the middle and you're going to continue to accept it. Read what you got.
Colossians chapter 3 and verse 19.
Read.
Husbands, love your wives.
Do what?
Husbands, love your wives.
The Bible says husbands love your wives. Read.
And be not bitter against them.
And don't be bitter against them. Read.
Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord.
Well pleasing unto the Lord. It says, husband, love your wife and be not bitter against them. What that's saying? That's saying you got a good wife. Love her. Don't be bitter against her. Because what? She's a weaker vessel. You got to edify her. You got to keep her strong. If you got a good woman, you don't entice that woman to be bad, to be not a good woman. You do the things that what? That God tells you should do. Love your wife. Ain't nothing wrong with spoiling your wife, but don't give her your power. You can give something to the what? The godly woman. But you can't give them to these trifling, no good heathen women out here today. You see? But he telling you to love that woman because that woman is good. He ain't telling you to love a bad woman. He say love that woman. See? And that's what we got to do. Men, Israel men, love your wife. If she's a good woman, love that woman. Don't go out there cheating on her. Don't be hanging all out in the street with your homeboys on. Stay at home with your family. Stay at home with your wife. And do right by God. Read.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 13.
Read, sister.
A foolish son
Read.
is the calamity of his father.
A foolish son is the calamity of his father.
And the contentions of a wife are a continual dropping.
You see that son, read that again, the first part when he's talking about that son, sister.
A foolish son.
You know what a foolish son, he's a disaster. He's a distress. He's damaged goods to his father. Read.
Is the calamity of his father. And the contentions of a wife.
And the contentions of a wife
are a continual dropping.
She's always arguing, always controversial, never ceasing to continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. It's like rain. That is, once it starts, they say when it rains, it pours. That's what it's talking about when it's talking about that contentious woman. That she's going to continue to be argumentative. She's going to be controversial. She's going to be all kind of things. She's going to be a screamer. She's going to be vocal, loud, all kind of things. Read.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18.
Read, brother. Read.
And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone.
How are you going to be able to multiply? It's not good for you to be alone. That's why he said it's not what, brother? Read it again.
And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone.
Because he wanted the man to what? Multiply the land.
That's right.
How you going to multiply the land if you don't have a woman? Read on.
I will make him and help me for him.
He's gonna make him somebody that's gonna help him. He's gonna make him somebody that's gonna be right there with him. He's gonna make him somebody that's gonna listen to him because he's doing those things that God requires. He's a good man. She shouldn't have a problem about listening to her husband. She's not a help charge. She's a help meet. That's what? That's a mate for your man, for your husband. Not to be in charge of him. He didn't make the man to be a help meet to the woman. He made the woman to be a help meet to the man. Why don't you start following what the biblical aspects of the Bible is saying? And watch. Don't you have a better life? Don't you have a better relationship with your husband? Read.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
A foolish woman.
A who?
A foolish woman.
Read.
Is clamorous.
Oh, Lord.
She is simple.
Uh-huh.
And knoweth nothing.
Noisy. Loud. Always being vocal. And she will scream in a minute. She'll do all these things and get you in trouble with the white man. Because that's her true lover anyway. Is that white devil. Read. Read it one more time, sister.
A foolish woman is clamorous.
That's right.
She is simple and knoweth nothing.
Uh-huh. And read 14.
For she sitteth at the door of her house.
Uh-huh.
On a seat in the high places of the city.
So everybody can see it. She's one of them kind that, she get out there and she'll get her a ball or get her a blunt and she'll go sit on the front porch. She got herself all made up and everything, so all the men and everything that pass by can see her and lust over her. And if you entice a man, you will do more than that. Yeah. Read what you got, sister.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 24.
Proverbs 6 and 24. Read, brother.
To keep thee from the evil moment.
Uh-huh.
From the prattling of the tongue of a strange woman.
Read that again, brother. Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
To keep thee from the evil moment.
Uh-huh.
From the prattling of the tongue.
From what? We. Oh, you this and that. Oh, man, she's giving you insincere praise for her own interests. Read on, brother.
Of a strange woman.
A strange woman. See, who is that strange woman? That's that heathen woman. That's that woman from the other nation that you ain't got no business messing with no way. Talking about you're not responsible for who you fall in love with. If you read this Bible will tell you who you're not supposed to be dealing with. And now what? She's using flattery over you. The same way them women did Solomon. The same way that woman did Samson. They use flattery over. Read.
Lust not after her beauty.
Lust not after what?
After her beauty.
Read.
In thy heart. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
Don't let her slick you and look at you in a sexual way and acting like she want to get with you and all that stuff because she got an ulterior motive. She has her own interest at hand. It's something that she's trying to get. What the kind of woman that walk around with long eyelashes and stuff like that? She wants to be seen. I've seen some women with eyelashes, you can't even see their eyes. The thing way down here. Trying to attract somebody. No, you look horrible. You are a bad representation, Israelite woman, because the Bible says, envy not your oppressor in the book of Proverbs 31 and 9 and 31, 3 and 31. And choose none of their ways, but you want to have that blonde hair. You want to go out and do all those wicked things that they do. And God does not require that from you because you are up under these laws, statutes, and commandments, Israelite woman, but they are not. They are a lawless people. They make the laws up as they go. Read what you got, sister.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 2.
Read.
Fulfill ye my joy.
Fill me what?
Fulfill ye my joy.
This is Yahweh talking. Read.
That ye be like-minded.
That you be the same way. Read.
Having the same love.
Having the same love.
Being of one accord.
Read.
of one mind.
Wait a minute. Read that again, sister.
Fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind.
Wow. That's a mind blower right there. That's hard for people to do. Read that again, sister.
Fulfill ye my joy.
Fulfill what?
My joy. That ye be like-minded.
That you be like-minded.
Having the same love.
Having the same love for one another.
Being of one accord and of one mind.
You see? Be the same way. Be evenly what? Be evenly yoked. Don't be unevenly yoked like the heathens. Be the way that God wants you to be. If he made you a helpmeet for that man, he's telling you what? That you guys got to be in one spirit. Because you're serving one God. You're not serving all these different gods that's out here in the world. You're not serving that demon white man that tell you you can do anything that you want to do. You're serving a God that has order. He demands order. And that's why he say that you should be one in Yahweh. And with that, we say, Shabbat Shalom, Israel.